Managing printing. To print over the network in Windows 10, you must understand the Windows 10 printing components and how to manage them. And this lesson examines the printing components in the Windows 10 environment, including the interaction between printing devices, printers, ports, and drivers. So you will see how to install, share, and manage the printer. In addition, we will see review how to use the printing management tool to administrator multiple printers and print servers. Now first, printing components. When you install and share a printer in Windows 10, you must define the relationship between the printing device, which is the physical printer, and the Windows 10 computer. And you can do this by adding a printer in Windows 10 and then making two specifications. You specify which driver will be used for communicating with the printing device and processing print job, and which port will be used for connecting with the physical printing device. Now typically, locally attached plug and play printing devices install automatically. It will install automatically, it will install drivers automatically. Printing device, a physical device that creates print job output. Then printer port, that means a port through which the printing device is connected. Then printer. Printer means Windows 10 representation of the printing device. And printer driver. Printer driver means used for the communicating with the printing devices and processing print jobs. These are the component of a printer. That means printing device, this is the device, this is a physical printer which do the printing job. Then printer port, those devices connects to the printing port, the port of your machine. Then the printer, this printer is the representation of printing device under the Windows 10. So when you see in Windows 10, it will call printer. And then printer driver, it is used to communicate with the printing device and processing the job. What are type 4 printer drivers? Now when we connect any printer, so mostly printers are nowadays plug and play printers, that which you connect and it will detect the printer and start working. The drivers are there in Windows 10, so when you connect the printer, it will install the driver from there. It is available in the driver store. Now some of the printer driver, if it is not there in the printer, if it is not there in the driver store of Windows 10, then what we can do, we can install them from the internet. We can download the driver, or the driver CD will come with the printing device. Now within those drivers, printing drivers, we have type 4 printer drivers. This driver, what is this type 4 printer driver actually? So earlier version of Windows used separate type 3 printer drivers for each printer device models. So it was used type 3 previously. Now Microsoft introduced type 4 printer drivers, and in Windows 8 and Windows Server 2012. So it is from Windows 8 and Server 2012, now Microsoft using type 4 driver. Now by following the type 4 printer driver, model printer manufacturer can create a single print class driver, and this driver supports similar printing features and printing languages that are common to many printer models. So it is defined by the Microsoft so that many printer manufacturer can create their drivers for a single class driver that can support similar feature for multiple different devices and different models of printers. Now benefits of using type 4 printer drivers. What is the benefit? A single type 4 driver can support multiple devices. That means you don't have to have different drivers for the different devices. It can be supported by the single driver. And driver files are isolated printing file naming conflicts. So print driver files are isolated, so it will prevent file naming conflicts also. Then clients download drivers from Windows Update, and also clients can download in Windows 10, they can download the drivers from Windows 10 Update also. Then drivers packages are smaller and install faster. So the software packages of the driver is smaller and it can download and install faster. Then you can deploy a printer driver and the printer user interface independently. And also you can deploy the printer driver and printer user interface independently. User interface, that where you use the printer within that Windows 10, and for installing the driver. Deploying means the installing of the driver. Now you can check what is the type of the driver. When you go to the properties of the driver, you will see in the general, you will see the model tab there, where you can see the driver version V4 there. Now this is the default driver. This is the default printer we have in Windows 10. I will show you this in our machine. So when we install any Windows 10 machine, we have a default virtual printer there. It comes with some virtual printers. Virtual printer, that means there is no physical printer. It has only installed the interface and driver for that virtual printer. And that printers are for the PDF printer and XPS printer. We can check them by going into the settings. We can check it from the setting app, and under the setting app we can see the devices, and under the devices we can see all the devices here. Now this is Bluetooth and other devices, and there is a printer and scanner devices. Now in the printer and scanner devices, you can see there are printers and scanners available here. You can see this. There is Microsoft Print to PDF, there is Microsoft XPS document writer, and even OneNote for Windows 10 is also there. These are virtual printers. These are not real printers, these are virtual printers. This do what? It converts your document into PDF. This printer will convert your document into XPS document, and this will convert your document into OneNote document, and it will do for OneNote. OneNote is a cloud service, so it is for OneNote cloud service for printing the documents. So when I click on any, so I can see here I can see the queue, that if some print job is there, I can see there. I can manage the printer, and I can remove the device also. It comes by default, but if you like, then you can remove also. Now if you want to see the properties of the printer, then there is a option here says related settings, printer server properties, run troubleshooter. Now properties are it is not showing here. For that you have to go to control panel. So I will click on this. It is showing the whole printer properties of the server. This is not what we want to see. I want to see the properties of this printer, so I have to go to that control panel for that. So I will close this. I will go to control panel. Now under the control panel, again we are having devices and printers here. So when you click on devices and printer, it will show all the devices here and the printers here. Printers, these printers are virtual. So if you want to see the properties of any printer, then you can right click on it, and you can see the properties, printer properties. There is two properties here, printer properties and properties. If you click printer properties, it will open this printers properties. Now here it is saying general, and what it is saying here, that it is Microsoft XPS document writer, and this is the version 4. So we can see that this driver is version 4, and there are other settings also available for this particular printer, that is like for sharing setting for the port which is connected this printer. There is some advanced setting for the printing job, color management, and also security feature, where you can decide that which user can do print and which user cannot do print. Now when you go to the properties of this is printer properties, and if you go to the properties, then it will open hardware related things. Like this is a general hardware information. This is the manufacturer is not available because it is virtual. Model number is this is a printer, and this is hardware information. Some of the informations are not showing here because it is not a real printer, it is a virtual printer. Now next is installing and sharing your printer. Now installing your printer, that means when you connect a new printer, when you buy the printer, when you connect the printer to your machine, then automatically the driver will install. Or if suppose the driver is not detecting, then you can install the driver manually also. So installing the driver manually, that means installing your printer. Then sharing your printer, that means you can share your printer for other users also. That means printer will be connected to one device, one computer, and it can be used by other machines also. So other machines can also use that printer to do the printing job. So here we will see how we can install the printer and how we can share the printer also. And then we can configure some advanced properties also. So first you will go to your Windows 10, log in with your administrator account. Remember administrator, because administrator is having the permission to do this. Then add a local printer with the following settings. You can add the driver, you can add this driver, you will add the printer name, share name, and remove permission on the messages printer for the everyone group, and then you can print permission to manage for the marketing group. This is like a steps we can do. So let's see how we can do these steps. So for adding the printer, we go to the control panel again, and under the control panel we'll go to hardware devices and printers. So we'll come to here and we will select add printer. So add printer, we have option here to add printer. Now remember, when you connect the printer, physical printer, then it will automatically detect and install the driver if it is there, and if it is not installing the driver, then you can manually install it either from Windows Update or from the DVD or from the CD comes with that printer, or you can download it from the internet to install the printer driver for that model. Now if you don't have a printer, then still you can install the printer driver. Like suppose I am going to buy this printer. Right now I have not, the physical printer is not there, but I am going to buy the printer. I just want to install the driver before connecting the printer. So I can install the driver, and when I connect the printer, it will automatically detect the printer from there. So we can do that, and we can add the printer also without having a physical printer. So how we will do that? We will click here on add printer. So if it is automatically not detecting, then we'll click on add printer. Now it is searching. It is searching that is any physical printer is connected or not. So if it is connected, then it will detect it from here. Now there is no physical printer connected. So if it is connected, then it will detect and install the driver automatically. Now automatically installing the driver, that means if the driver is there in our system, in our driver store, then it will automatically install. But if it is not there, then I will select this, the printer that I want isn't listed here. That means the printer is not selected here. So I will click on this. Now we have these options. Find a printer by other options. So first, my printer is little older and help me find it. So that means what? A driver is not detecting automatically and help me to find the driver for my printer. Now other thing is that, like, you're having a shared printer and you want to use the printer here in this system which is shared from somewhere else. Now there is no printer right now. We are assuming like there is no printer. Right now we are going to add the printer and we are going to share the printer also. So I will not use this share printer. Now add a printer using TCP IP address or host name. This is again for a share printer. Then add a Bluetooth wireless or network discoverable printer. Nowadays we are having the printers which is not having any wire. So they connect with the devices using the Bluetooth or wireless network. So in case if you are having that kind of printer, then you will select this option. Then add a local printer or network printer with manual setting. That means if you want to add manually, then you will select this option. So right now I have connected the local printer. I'm assuming like I'm connected the local printer. So I'm going to select this option and I'm going to share the printer also. Now first, if I select my printer is little older and this help me to find it, and I will go next, then it is searching for available printer again. And it will start searching again because it says like it, I said my printer is little older, help me find it. So it is again trying to search. Now it will take time because there is no printer connected. So I will stop this and I will go back. So for connecting the local printer, you will select this, add a local printer or network printer with manual setting. That means it is not detecting automatically. So we are going to select and configure it manually. So I will go next here. Now here it is saying which port it is using. Your printer is connecting with which port. So a printer port is type of connection that allows your computer to exchange information with the printer. Now all the printers were using the LPT ports in our system. There is a specific port in our system which is dedicated for printing, and that is called LPT port. But nowadays there is no LPT port available in our system because nowadays most of the printers comes with USB port and they are like plug and play printers. They automatically detect when you connect. So most of the printers nowadays comes as a USB port, but previously it was using LPT port or these other serial ports. So if you are your printer is using these other ports, there is LPT3 ports are there, LPT1, LPT2, LPT3. Then if your printer is older than that and it is using COM port, serial port, so you have serial port option also. Print to file, you have option to print to file also. That is these printers which is virtual. These are Microsoft OneNote printers and local port, that is port mode. So you can select which printer is connected to which port. So let's say I'll go with LPT port, or you can create a new port also. You can select new port, local port or standard TCP IP port for the shared printer, for the network printer. This is for local printer and this is for shared printer. I'm going with this, like my printer connects to LPT port. Now it is showing me all the printers manufacturers supported here and available here, and also there are models which is available there. That means these models and these drivers are there in our system. It's already installed, and we just have to select to add this. So if your printer is showing up here, is it these printers or these models? Is it these printers or these models? These are supported LPT ports. Now if there is no name here which is your printer, so if there is no name for your printer, then what you can do, you can go for Windows Update. You can go for Windows Update and your machine will try to download the printer from the Windows Update. So you can download the printer driver from Windows Update also. Now if you are not if you don't want to go to Windows Update, then you can say have a disk. Have a disk, that means you are having a disk of printer. So when you buy any new printer, you will get a disk for the printer driver. So if you are having that disk, then you can select this option. You can browse the location where your CD DVD is there. So where is your CD DVD? And in the CD DVD, in the disk, you will get the folder for the driver. So you can select that DVD or CD and you can select the driver folder so that it can open the driver file, and you can see here which file it is looking for. It is looking for .inf file for the driver. It is the information file for the driver settings. It is the driver setup file. So if you are having a disk, then you can select that. Otherwise your names is there, then you can select the name and install the driver. And if it is not the if your name is not there and you don't have the disk also, then you can go for Windows Update to get the driver for your printer. Now I am going with this PCL6 class driver. Now this is going to be my printer name. I can change the name also. Okay, I'll go with the default name. And now it is installed. Now it is giving me option to share the printer also. Now share the printer, that means first I can say do not share. I don't want to share this, but I can share it later also. That means after adding the printer, I can share the printer also. But I want, then I can share it right now. So when you want to share the printer, then you have to mention the share name, the location of the printer, and comment. Now location is important for the person who want to use this printer. So if suppose there is a big organizations and their office, their organizations machines are, their sites are spread over the different cities and different countries. So this location option is important for the user to use the printer. Suppose one user is sitting in one city and the printer is having the printer is located in another city. So if the user is trying to get that which printer I want to use, then the location will help that user to find the closest printer for it. The printer which is located within their domain, within their site or within their city, or the printers which is located in a different city and different site. So these locations will be important for the user when they want to use the share printer. And also you can add some comments so that you know that why you share the printer and what you want to do. This is just a comment. So suppose I want to share this printer, and this printer is located into Mumbai. Now comment, I don't want to add some comments. Okay, next. Now you have successfully added this printer driver. Now print a test page. So after adding it, we can do what? We can do print the test page, or we can just finish it. So I will not do the print test page because there is no physical printer there. So there will be no test page there and it will not come out. So I'm leaving it as it is. and I'm going for finish. Now we can see this is our printer here which we added, and when you see these two heads, the two faces, that means it is shared also. These printers are not shared, but this printer is shared. This printer is shared with other users. Now what is the share printer and local printer? Now suppose this is our network. Now if I use the printer, suppose I connect one printer here. This is my printer and I connected the printer to this machine. Now for this machine, this printer is local printer. Local printer, that means it can use the printer directly, and this is the machine who is handling the printer. Who is handling the printer, that means it is sending the print job and receiving the print, getting the print to done. So this is the machine which is having the driver of this printer, and this machine knows that how to use this printer, and this printer is local to this machine. Now when you want that this printer can be used by other machine within the network, then we do the share printer. So we do what? We share this printer. Now when you share the printer like we did, so what happened? These other machines within the network can also use the printer. So if suppose this user wants to, this machine wants to send some print to the printer, so what it will do? It will send these pages through the network to this machine. Now for this machine, this machine which is having the locally printer attached, so it will do what? It will send the print job to the printer and make the printer work. So these other machines can use the printer by the help of this machine. So when you share the printer, so other machines can use the printer with the help of this other machine, this machine who's sharing the printer from it. So for using this printer which is shared by this machine, these other machines have to install the printer here as a shared printer. Then they can use this printer from this machine. So local printer, that means the printer which is directly attached to the machine. That printer is a local printer for this machine. And share printer, that means it is attached to some other machine within the network, and the machine is sharing the printer so that these other machines can use the printer. Now there is one more type of printer comes, that is IP printer, which is actually network printer. It can be a wired printer that is connected through the wire to our network, or it can be a wireless printer or Bluetooth printer. Now this type of printer does not require any machine to connect for. These printers are independently connected. So if someone wants to do the print with this printer, they will send the print job directly to this printer with the help of the printer's IP. So these printers has a unique IP address, and for sending the printer print job, these all machines has to send the print job to that IP. And for that they have to add the printer here in their local machine as with this IP address. So remember, when we add the printer, there is an option for Bluetooth or wireless printer, and also there is an option for network printer, where we can give the option for we can give the IP address of that printer which is available in the network. So this is what local printer, and this can be also a shared printer for other machines if we share, and also we can have a network printer which is having its own IP address and it is independent. It does not require any other machine to do the job. So this printer is locally attached to this machine, and also this printer is shared. Now other properties of this printer, if you go to the print properties, so what you see here, this is the printer, this is the location, and this is the driver, and this is what features of color. It is paper available. This is paper available is size letter size, and this is color is no, double sided no, staple no, speed is unknown, maximum resolution is 600 dpi. It is actually an old printer, so it is not a color printer. These are the feature of this printer. It is not color, it is double sided, no staple, no, speed is unknown, maximum resolution is this. What you can do here, you can check the preferences of printing and you can change it also. So orientation is portrait, you can change it to landscape. This is how it is going to print. And page format, page sheet is 1, you can go for 2 like this. You can see the preview here. 4, it can go like this. So while you are printing it, then you can decide that how your page sheet will be. Is it a single page or it is divided into these page, 6 page and all. Then there is advanced options are also there, where you can decide the paper output size, letter, copy count, graphics. It is dependent on the printer, like what printer supports. It's not a color printer, so the other options are not showing here. Then you are having this sharing option here, where we have already shared the printer. So if suppose you have not shared the printer at the time of installing the printer, then you can come to this tab and you can select here to share the printer and mention the share name. Render print job on client computer. Now it says render print jobs on client computer. That means the person who's sending the print job will render on that machine itself, and then it will send the job to this machine, the driver, the printer. Then we have port options. We have already selected this port. You can select other ports also. You can add new port, you can delete the port, you can configure the port also. Enable printing pooling also you can enable. Pooling means when you have lots of pages to print, then it will pool all the pages first before printing it. It will load the print pages, then it will do print one by one. Then you have advanced option. Advanced options like always available, that means this printer we have shared, so other users can access the printer always, whenever they want. Or if suppose we have to decide that only available from this particular time and only for the priority, you can, if you are having multiple printers, then you can set the priority also, that which printer is having the priority. This one is having 1, so other one can be 2, then third one can be 3. Then also we can define the driver for the other users also, or you can install new driver also. So you can decide which time they will be available, this printer will be available. Then you can decide the spool print document, so program finishes printing faster. You can set the spooling option. That means by default it is selected start printing immediately. That means as soon as the print job comes, it will start printing immediately. Or you can set start printing after last page is spooled. That means suppose if I send 10 pages to print, so as soon as the one page comes to the printer, it will start printing. Or if I select this, then it will do what? It will wait for all the 10 pages to be spooled, and then it will go to print. By default is selected this to start printing immediately, so that your printing will work fast. If you select the first option, then it will wait for all the 10 pages to come, and then it will go for print. Then other options are there to hold mismatched documents. If you select this, if some document is mismatched, then it will hold it. Print spooled document first, that means the document which is already spooled, it will print first, that is selected by default. Keep printed document, it will keep the copy of printed document. It is by default enable advanced printing features. Now there is option for printing defaults also. This is we have already seen, that is portrait, landscape. You can select the print processor, WinPrint, raw printing, text, Now this depend on the printer type. Then separator page also, we can set the page separator. If the page is single page, then separator page are used to use at the beginning of each document to make it easy to find a document among other at the printer. Then we have color management option, where we can manage the colors. Now right now this printer is not supporting this, but the printer which supports, we can manage this. These are the profile for the color, advanced, these are the different color profiles. Then the security feature. Now security feature decides that who can print and who cannot print. If suppose you want someone to not print the job, not print the pages, like you are having some users and you don't want some user to do print job, then you can deny them. By default everyone can do here print. You can see everyone is selected and it is selected to allow print. And all application packages, all the applications in our system can do print and can do also manage the documents. Then account creator can do manage the document, but it cannot do print job. And the admin user, our current user, can do what? It can do print, it can do manage the printer, and it also can do manage the documents. And that is why I can do this, because I am logged in as this user. And administrators can do also everything. So if you want to deny someone, then you will add that user here. And you can say it should not be allowed to do print. So this user will not be allowed to do printing. So when this user logs in and it try to do some printing, it will not be allowed to that user. And it is again showing the option that you have denied someone. So if the user is getting allow and deny, then deny will apply. So these are the printing properties we have. Managing client-side printing. Now companies typically use print servers to provide centralized access to network printing devices. However, Windows 10 allows you to connect to a network printing device directly without using a print server. Alternatively, you can connect it locally by using the local printer, such as via USB or by a wireless or Bluetooth connection. So simply local printer you can use to connect by the local port or USB or wireless, and also we can connect network printer. Now Windows 10 allows you to connect the network printer directly without having the print server. Now print server means what? There is a server in a network which manages all the printers available in the network. So if anyone wants to do the printing, then they will send the printing job to the print server, and then the print server do what? It will send the job to printer, and then the printer will work. But in Windows 10 we can directly connect the other printer which is shared from other device, or even we can use the local printer also. So typical client-side printing task that you can manage is modifying a printer's property, that which we can do locally connected, selecting a default printer. If you are having multiple printers, then you can select the default printer also. That means whenever you click on print button, then it will always go to that printer. That is the default printer. Then viewing and managing a print queue. Print queue, that means this, you can see in the image, when you send lots of pages to print to the printer, then some pages will remain under the queue before it get printed. So you can see the queue here, and you can stop, you can pause, you can restart, or you can cancel that queue. That suppose you don't want to print the page, so you can pause it for some other pages, or you can restart that. If it is not able to print, you can restart it. You can cancel it also if you don't want to print. So you can do what? You can pausing and resuming the printer. You can pausing, resuming, restarting, or canceling the print job. You can reordering print job in a print queue. That means it goes on like order, like first it is going to print this, then it is going to print the other page, and then it is going to print the other page. So you can reorder also. You can make the you can change the queue. You can make first the any printer any pages print first. So this is a machine where I have shared the printer. I have added the printer and shared the printer. We can see this is the printer which we have shared, and we can use this printer from other machine also. So I have other machine here. This is the other machine I have. It is also connected to the network. So I want to use the printer here. So what I can do, I can add the printer here. So if I go to control panel here, and if I go to devices and printers, so I can see these default printers also here. That printer is not showing. Now suppose I try to print some job here. I will go to notepad. I will type something, and I want to print this page. So for printing the page, you can do what? You can press Ctrl P, or you can go to file and print. Ctrl P is the shortcut to print any document. So any document you are working on notepad, you are working on wordpad, you are working on any other document, PDF or something, you want to do print that page, then you will click on Ctrl P. This is the shortcut. So when you click this, it will show you all the available printers here. Now it is showing all the available printers. That printers are default printers to this machine. It is not showing network printer here, the printer which we have shared from the other machine, and this is the default printer for this machine. So it is not showing here. You can go for find printer. You can go for the you can find the printer also. Let's say if you click on find printer, so it will go here, and you can go to the network, and this will be works on NetBIOS. So it will show sometime, it will not show sometime. Let's say I will go like this, 2 backslashes and Win1 the machine name of that other machine. Now it shows this printer. So to access the share, if suppose it is not showing here, then you can do what? You can type 2 backslashes and the name of the machine, then it will appear here automatically. Now it is showing here this printer. So if you want to use this, then you can select it, and now it is showing that printer also here from Win1. So I can do the print, I can send the print job from here to that machine's shared printer. Now it is showing here because it was shared. If it is not shared, then it will not show up here. So I am going to do the print. Now it is sent. I will do send one more time. Now you can see it is now default printer for this machine also, the share printer. And if you go to control panel, now you can see the printer is also added here. You can see the name here, Microsoft PCL printer on Win1. So it is also added here. Previously it was not added here, but when I did this find printer, now it is also added there. Now I will print again one more page. I sent 2 printing jobs. Now I will go to other machine. Here I will go to control panel, and this is our printer. So right click and we can go for printing preferences. These are printing preferences, how we are going to print. I want to see the queue. It has not come yet. So I want to see the queue, that the printing queue, that which pages we have this printer to print, and it is not going to print because there is no physical printer there. So you will see what's printing. You will click on see what's printing and it will show you the queue. So this is the queue, and you can see there are 2 pages which is going to be printed, and these are not having any title, but they are notepad pages, and status is error because it is not going to print because there is no physical printer, and sent by the user 2. Owner is user 2. 2 pages, and these are the size of the page, time it was submitted, date and time, and the port. So this one is already error. This one is showing already error, but now after this sometime it will also show error. And who sent the print job? This user 2. So if we check the other machine, who is logged into that machine, okay, it is admin, but it is using the share of that user 2. Actually it is using the cache, it is using from cache, because last time when I access the share folder, I did access with user 2 permission. You can see when I click on this, it is not asking me username and password because it is accessed by user 2 permission. So user 2's permission is there, so it is that why it is showing what user 2 is sending the share job. And you can see the printer is also share. So which user access you use to the share, that user access it will show as user owner. Now what we can do with these jobs, we can right click, we can do pause, we can do restart, we can do cancel. It is already error, so I can do restart again, that okay, restart it again. It is again showing printing, it is restarting now. So it is again showing error. I restarted printing, but it is again showing error because there is no physical printer. So we can do what? We can pause if you don't want to print. It is paused now. When we have other pages to print and I don't want to print this page first, so I can pause this page, then I can cancel it also. Now it is deleting, and after some time you will not see this. It's gone. Now this one is showing error also. You can go to properties of this page also, and you can see the properties of the page. You can set the priority also, and you can schedule also. You can schedule the page also, that when the page will get printed, if you want. If you want time restriction also. There is no restriction for time, but if you want, then you can set the time restriction also. So you will do that when you are having lots of pages to print and you are having single printer. Cancel this one also. So in Windows 10 we can do what? We can use the share printer directly without having a share printer server. We can connect the printer directly from other machine and we can use the printer. Just like we share the printer here, but and also we use the printer from the other machine. Next, managing print server properties. Now Windows 10 can act as a print server also. Alternatively, you can connect to Windows Print Server by using the Print Management Console and then manage them remotely. Windows 10 includes the Print Management Console in the administrative tool, and you can open it from there or by typing the print management.msc in the ask me anything in the search box. In the taskbar there is task bar, we have a search box for where we can type this print management.exe. The print management console provides a single interface through which you can administrate multiple printers and print servers. So with the help of print management server, you can manage different printers locally, remotely, like within the network. All the printers which you have, you can manage them all from the single location. And even you don't have to have server for that, server operating system. You can do it with Windows 10 also. The Windows 10 can also act as a print server. Basically the print server is the Windows server operating system, but Windows 10 we can also use as a print server. Because suppose you are using the workgroup environment where there is no server and there is no domain, there is no domain controller. So you can use your Windows 10 client machine also as a print server by using the print management console. And you can access the print management console from administrative tool. And it looks like this. And this, you can use this to manage the print servers. You can add and delete printers, add and manage drivers, you can manage print queues and modify printer status, and you can create and custom filters. So to open the print management console, you have to go to control panel first, and under the control panel you will go for the not category, you will go for large icon, and you will see this administrative tools here. So when you click administrative tools, under the administrative tools you have print management console available here. Otherwise you can type here in the search box print management, and it will open, it will give you this option here directly. In Windows 10, if you want to find anything which you are not finding easily, then this is the good option here. You can type what you want and it will automatically show you, it will give you the option here and it will find it for you. So you can open it from here, or this is the actual location of this print management. You can double click and open this, and this is what print management. And by using this print management we can work this use this Windows 10 machine as a print server. Now here you have these options. First, custom filters. These are filters to do the printing. We have all printers. These are the all printers we have. We have these default printers, default virtual printers, and this which we have added. Then we have drivers. These are the all drivers we have for those printers, which is already installed. Then we have prints not ready, printers not ready. Now not ready, that means if suppose some printer is already working and it is not having free, then you can see here those printers which is not ready to do the print job. Then printers with the job, that means the printers which is having the job to print, it will show up here. And then you have this print server option. Now print server option, when you open you will see the local machine here, name of the local machine, and when you click on that local machine you can see these options where you can see the drivers which is showing the available drivers, forums, these are the different type of pages it supports, forms it supports. Then you have ports, these are the supported ports for the printer, and these printers are connected with these ports. Then here you will see the printers. Right now we are having these printers which is ready. Jobs is not there, connected to this server, drivers and driver version. And in more actions you can do add new printer. You can view the you can show the extended view. You can go for view in detail and all that, and refresh, export list and help. So if you want to add new printer, then you can add it from here. You want to add you want to search network printer, or you want to add the TCP IP or web services printer by IP address or host name. You want to add the new printer using the LPT port. You want to create new port for the printer. These are the same options which we have used to add the printer previously. Then you can go for use an existing printer driver on the printer or install the new driver. Existing driver, that means we have currently these drivers available, so we can use these drivers, or we can install the new drivers also. Like for example, I'm going to use now this one. Then again, what will be the name and where you want to share it. Suppose I want to share it, but this is located in another place. And now it is installed, and you can see, you can test the print page. You can add another printer also. So now we have these new printer also available. Then deployed printers. You can use to deploy the printers also. Like when you go to printers, and when you right click on some printer, so you have option to open the print queue. You want to see the queue of that printer. You can pause the printing. That means if any pages are printing there, then you can pause the printer. Then it is not printing anything, and you can see it is not ready. And when you go to here, not ready, then you will see that printer which is not ready to print. Then you can list in directory, and you can deploy with the group policy. Now deploying with the group policy, when you deploy any printer, then you will see that printer here in deployed printer tab. Now deploying the printer with the group policy, it is the domain feature. That means when you are having in the Windows domain, Windows Active Directory domain, then you can deploy the printer by using the group policies. That means your users which is want to use that printer, they don't have to install the printer manually. It is going to be installed automatically by using the group policy. It is actually forcing. Like for this other machine here, this printer was not there. This printer was not there. It has been added by me when I try to send the print job. It is the network printer coming from Windows 1 machine, Win1 machine, and it was not available here in this machine. So I did what? I added this printer here, and I added this manually. Now when you share the printer, when you deploy the printer by using the group policy, so what it will do, it is not that user does not have to add the printer manually. It is going to be deployed by using the group policy. It is going to be deployed automatically, but it works only with the group policy of domain. So when you are having a domain, then you can use the group policy to deploy the printer. And when you deploy any printer, then you will see the deployed printer here. If you select this, then it will ask for the group policy object here. There is no group policy available because we are not having a domain environment, and we are not having any group policy object created. So in a domain, we have to first create the group policy, and then we can use that group policy to deploy the printer with that group policy. Other options we have here to set the printer as a default printer. We can manage the sharing also. We can print the test page. Let's print the test page here on that printer. It is not going to print. It is showing error, but it remains in queue. So if you want to see the queue, you will see the test page is under the queue and is trying to print and it is getting error. You can enable branch office direct printing also. This is for caching thing. You can see the property. This will also work with the domain. Then you can see the properties of the printer. You can delete the printer, rename the printer. So this printer is paused and this printer is having a print job. So you can see here this printer which is not working, and this one is also having error because it is not ready to print, because there is no printer there. So it is also showing that it is not ready. And with the job, so this printer is having a job also, but it is not able to print, so it is showing under the printers not ready. So it is very easy for you to manage multiple printers within your network by using this print management. You can add drivers here. If you are not having a printer, you can also add the drivers here. You can add the different forums here. You can add different ports. These are the already ports are there, and also you can manage their printers here. So this is what print management, and this will work as a print server for you. So this is how you can manage your printing. You can add new printers, you can create share printers, you can use the share printer from other machine. You can manage the print jobs, and also you can create Windows 10. You can use Windows 10 as a print server, and you can use the print server to manage all the printers which is within your single network. It is a good way to manage multiple printers. And in a small network, there is not many printers, but in a big network, in a domain network, you may have lots of printers available. So it will be easy for you by using the print server. It will be easy for you to manage the printer, and using the print management tool you can do that. So this is what managing printing.